called Still D.R.E. by Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre is one of the legends of West Coast American rap and hip hop. He's been making music for 30 years or more. And this is one of his tunes from about 9 or 10 years ago. I'm going to show you a couple of different options for playing it. One of them is going to use both of your hands playing the chords. Chord is the word we give to a group of notes played together in music. So let me introduce you to the three notes that we begin with. I'm playing one key with my left hand and two with my right. But with my left hand, the first note I'm playing is a C. This is C here. There's a group of two black keys together. C is the one on the left. Okay. My right hand, I'm playing with my thumb. I'm playing E. E is the white key to the right of the group of two black keys. And the third and final note I need for my first shape is an A. That's A there. Now we describe A as inside the group of three on the right. So on the right of the central one of these three black keys grouped together, A. So we're playing those three together. And we do that 8 times. Then I'm going to move the lower note from C to the left down to B. And I play that 3 times. Then I change the top note from A down to G for 5. Okay, so it's 2 sets of 8. The first set is all the same chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. And that is the pattern. So you can do it with just your right hand, and here's how I suggest you do it. Your thumb plays the C, your finger 2, that's your index finger, plays E, and finger 5 is going to play A. Thumb stretches down. Just expand your hand a little bit down to the next one, and then swap fingers from 5 to 4, from A to G. Another option is you can go 1, 2, and finger 4 can play that top note. A bit more of a stretch. Then you stretch your thumb and bring this finger 4 inside. Okay, I'd recommend 5 if you can. It keeps your hand straighter. It means your fingers are pointing up the keys, which is where you want them to be pointing, rather than slightly to the side. But either way is possible, whichever suits you best. Okay, now if you play those chords with your right hand, it gives you the option of playing a bass line with your left hand. Bass in music, B-A-S-S, is the word we give to the low pitch notes, which you find on the keyboard way down here on the left side. So we need 3 notes. The first one is another A. We've had A already up here. This is A again, the lowest A on the keyboard, right of the central one of the group of 3. And I hold that for 1, 2, 3, and then I go up to the note B with my thumb. That's right next door, and then down to an E. E we've met before on the right of the group of 2. I'm going with finger 2 on A, and then up to my thumb on B, and then finger 5. I think I used finger 4 quite a few times there. It's whatever, again, same as with the right hand, whatever you're comfortable with. 5 is fine, 4 is fine, whatever you like. But that's your 3 notes throughout. So the timing is this. We hold that first note A as we do this first chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when we come to 7 and 8 of the chords, we go up 1 to B, 7, 8. And then as your thumb drops down to B, that's when you go to this low note E. And as you do your final change, nothing changes here. So you're holding long notes here, playing short notes there. Okay, a couple more details. I've got a drum beat going on here. The one on this keyboard is called 8-beat 3. The drum beats that are called 8-beat are some fairly standard basic drum patterns, and it suits this song particularly well. That's what it sounds like. The tempo, that's the word we give to the speed of a piece of music. The tempo is 93 BPM. BPM stands for beats per minute. Okay, and the tempo is usually displayed somewhere on the screen, and this keyboard is here on the right, and the control for the tempo is here. Plus and minus, plus makes it faster, minus makes it slower. And finally, we've got the different sounds. Now, if your keyboard has a function that says split, and it might have it somewhere around about here on your keyboard, split, that means you can have two different sounds on your keyboard. You can have one sound on the left side and a different sound on the right. If you have that, then I suggest you set up a guitar sound. The one I've got here is called a mute guitar, which sounds like this. And the sound on the left should be something like a string sound or a synthesizer sound that plays long, deep notes. So what I've done, because I don't have a split function, I've got the dual button pressed. That means I've got two different sounds together. So the other sound I've got is it's called a polysynth pad. It's just one of many synthesizer sounds, which means when I hold the note for long, I get that kind of long electronic sound. And I'm playing the right hand chords are all quite short, so it doesn't have time to make that big loud sound. And that sounds pretty convincing. Final thing. It's a little detail, but it's a nice little touch. To make it sound just like it does on the original recording, when you're playing these chords, you do a little ripple from left to right. So rather than playing them, boom, all three at the same time, if you can do this one first, and then this one, and then this one. Very, very short gap, but you get that effect where it goes ba-da-dum, rather than just boing one single sound. Okay, and there you go. That is still D.R.E. Have some fun with that one. See you all soon.